Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. Please pray for me by leaving a like on this video. So with a heavy heart, I'm going to have to file for divorce against myself, and not because of discontent with the relationship. Let's talk about these last couple of years. So I moved to Phoenix, Arizona in September of 2022. It was around the same time that I started my art career. And so I took a job at the Maricopa colleges in May of 23. Now, I feel at a disadvantage when I'm with my colleagues or with other people in my peer circles here in the Phoenix area. Let me give you an example. Just a couple weeks ago, obviously, we filed our taxes, and as I was doing that, I also had to get my car tested for emissions and all that. And while I'm doing all of that, the phone just rings off the hook with my work stuff and a lot of stuff going on. And then life just continues to chug away at me, and I only have one set of hands to take care of that, right? Not that I dislike any of these things, right? I obviously like that we have clean air to breathe with our emissions. I'm not dissatisfied with taxes or anything. I don't dislike my job or anything. It's just I got to do all that, and then I got to take care of myself. The same set of hands have to cook my meals and all that. And if that wasn't bad enough, when I go to work and I have a performance review, sometimes we just had a performance review. I had a few minor things, but I thought about it. I'm competing with people who have an extra set of hands to take care of their lives, right? And I have one colleague who's also single, but she lives with her parents, so there's a lot of stuff that could be taken care of over there too. And I just felt like I was at a huge disadvantage. I know it's hard to elaborate without being there. And then finally I get some downtime. I get to go on vacation. I also feel at a disadvantage there. You guys saw I drove to Kerrville, Texas to view a solar eclipse. And unfortunately, again, I only have one set of hands driving. And so when I finally got to some towns that I wanted to spend time with, I was exhausted. And all I could do was to sleep in my car in the town, right? You guys saw that, right? And so that's been a big source of marital drama for me, if you can call it that. I don't know, what would be the equivalent of this in a two-person relationship, or whether it be same-sex or opposite sex? I'll let you guys leave a comment. But that's been a big source of marital stress for me, the equivalent of that, if you will. And so I was inspired to go chat with a girl that I had met many years ago. I was traveling in Warsaw, Poland. I was staying in a hostel, and I had a good conversation with the owner's daughter. What was really interesting was one night she came out with me to view, I showed her how to zoom in on Jupiter and view the moons of Jupiter. I told her I was getting ready to view a solar eclipse in 2017. That was the last solar eclipse before this one. I have since seen the 2017 one, the annular one in 2023, and then obviously the one I saw in Kerrville this year, along with a bunch of other events of the Great Conjunction and all that. And I'm hoping I'm hoping I'll hit it this time. These last couple of weeks, I've been actually mentally kind of saying goodbye to a lot of people here. Phoenix can be really cruel if you have any disabilities. So, for example, people will make fun of it. Sometimes I go to a meetup or something, and I have to take precautions to stay away from food allergens, and people will make fun of it. The typical, I hate to be stereotypical, but the average person in Phoenix has a lifestyle that they can get away with. We all know somebody who can eat all the cancer-causing food in the world and smoke cigarettes and never get cancer, and unfortunately, Phoenix is chock full of people like that who think that everybody else could just do that, right? And I don't have a grudge against people who want to abuse their bodies and get away with it. What I have a problem with is the same people assume that you should do the same thing, right? And you can get away with it. Right? That I do have a problem. And they create this wall that if you don't do that, right, it's difficult to fit in, right? I'm so pleased I got the job at Phoenix College, because I was just at a family night where some of my colleagues brought in their kids. We were playing card games, and I decided to wear a mask and some gloves so I wouldn't have to take precautions with the food. And nobody asked me about why I was doing that. I mean, some of my colleagues do know that I have sensitivities, but the kids, the spouses didn't really ask me, so that was good. That was good. I defy you to try that at any other social meetup here in the Phoenix area. Anyway, so please pray that I'm hoping that things go right. I moved to Poland. I hope to make the move before we have a solar eclipse in Spain, and I think it was 2026 or something like that. And I can take her out to Spain to go view it, and leave all this garbage behind, right? This is the Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum.